Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing. Brissett. That's complete to Marlon Mack. The dump-off gets him 9, so now they're in much better shape for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. Hits his target to tight end Mo Alley-Cox. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. That's taken on the 25. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry for James Conner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Turn up. Kill, turn up.
Here's Conner. They find some open field here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
Conner on first down, working his way forward for about 4 yards. Second down coming up. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop. On second down now, it's Conner. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
50 to mark. I got you.
He'll try and run for it with Connor. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Boswell's kick is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first.
Go! Let's go!
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. This is Connor. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On the ground, it's Mack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 2nd and 5 now. Brissett, the completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now it's Mack, draw play. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brissett, that is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Let's go now.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Brissett. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Chester Rogers, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Start! Black 20!
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. You think back to all the big games that Big Ben has had over the years in his NFL career, and numbers-wise, his biggest game came against these Indianapolis Colts. That was in October 2014. The numbers from that, gosh, video game like 522 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a 51-34 Steeler win in Pittsburgh. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, it's Connor, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now, Roethlisberger. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go again. No foul.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with a grab with Mack. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And that takes us from second to third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. On first down, Mack. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 36, Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. James Washington was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Black 20. Get that quarterback. And on.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Right 80. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, it's Connor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. 4 down. Hey, check.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Steelers first.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Ready? Like 80.
Steelers first and 10 at the 35.
Now Connor. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On second down, Samuels. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Rolling to his right. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
He wasn't ready.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll run with Samuels. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready. 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On second down and 4. Brissett complete to Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
First down, Colts.
All day, dog. Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 36. They'll run it. It's Matt. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. The gun, Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Brissett to throw for it on fourth. And that is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They start with a give to Connor. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On first down, Connor. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Coming to you, coming to you.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run here with Connor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold them up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Connor, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right. But hold everything. Did they rough the kicker here? Looked like they might have. Let's see. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Brissett, he completes this one to Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. They'll run on first down. Mack. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Stop your whine.
On second and 12, Brissett, short little throw to Ebron. The reception good for 7. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got it complete to Rodgers. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Brissett going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
At the Steelers' 46-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last?